I'm Jeff Crouere. Thanks for watching The Jeff Crouere Show. In this segment, we're going to delve into the whole issue of communist China. This is a brutal regime. The communist Chinese have been oppressing their people for decades. Millions have died. And they're not only oppressing people there, they're doing it all over the world. Because of the Chinese, we have this pandemic, and that has cost trillions of dollars and millions of lives. They haven't even been held to account for what they did. They're not even allowing the World Health Organization investigators to get to the bottom of what happened in Wuhan. The whole fiction about this being a bat virus, it was discovered at some wet market, is of course a joke. In my opinion, it was developed in a bioweapons lab there in Wuhan, and it was unleashed either on purpose or by accident, and the Chinese don't want investigators to learn the truth. So you have the pandemic, and then you have the oppression that is going on. Inside of China, the Uyghurs there, the Muslim community, there's enslavement going on, there's genocide going on. The Tibetans have been oppressed for generations by the Chinese. Then you have the Hong Kong protest movement, the freedom fighters. What did China do there? They brutally repressed the efforts of those people to gain some measure of freedom. And then, of course, you have the issue that the Chinese have each and every day toward their own people, the kind of surveillance state that they have there in China. There's no freedom. You can't go on the internet to find out the truth. You can't hold a rally. You don't have any kind of freedom of speech. You don't have any kind of freedom of religion. You have a state there that is very repressed. And then, of course, they're now badgering Taiwan. They're looking at Taiwan as their next conquest. And the whole world should be concerned about the free people of Taiwan and what the Chinese might do there. So for the genocide going on in their country, for the oppression that is going on, for the threats that are going on, for the COVID lies, for all that the communist Chinese do, we should not be attending the 2022 Beijing Olympics at all. Now, the Biden administration just announced that we're going to be having a diplomatic boycott. So we're not going to be sending over politicians and diplomats. Big deal. The Chinese don't care about that. They want the prestige of holding the games. They want the American athletes competing. They want the networks to cover it. They want the publicity, the prestige. They want the money. There's no way that we should be participating. They're the genocide games. It should be games that we not participate in, not give them the credit, not send our athletes. I understand athletes have been training for years, but there are bigger issues here. They're human rights. And the Chinese really need to pay a price for what they're doing in their own country and what they're doing around the world. And this is a good opportunity to make a statement for the whole world about our interest in human rights. Unfortunately, Joe Biden, who I call Beijing Biden, doesn't have the guts to stand up to China. He's in the pocket of China. We had a president who stood up to China as far as trade, as far as human rights, and that was Donald Trump. He's been replaced by one that rolls over. So unfortunately, we have a president that is not doing the right thing. But China deserves not only criticism, they need to have the Olympic Games, not have the support of the United States or other free-loving countries around the world. This is an important statement that should be made by the world, that we care about human rights, and we're not going to kowtow to the communist Chinese once again. I'm Jeff Crouere. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow and subscribe to get more information. Go to crouere.net. You can learn everything about the shows and all our upcoming activities. Thank you so much for watching The Jeff Crouere Show.